Imagine experiencing a kind of happiness that no failure can shake, no loss can diminish, and no circumstance can ever steal. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? Yet Buddhist wisdom teaches that this unshakable peace is not something you chase, it is something you awaken within. Most people search for happiness in the outside world, only to feel empty when it fades. In this video, you'll discover 10 timeless lessons that will help you remain peaceful and happy in every situation. Stay with me. This journey may transform the way you see your life forever. True happiness awakens from within, not from the world. You may have spent most of your life believing that happiness is something you must find outside yourself. Perhaps you told yourself, "I will be happy when I become successful, when I meet the right person, when people finally appreciate me, or when life becomes easier." These hopes feel natural, and for a short time, they may even bring excitement. But have you noticed something? Even after achieving these things, the happiness often fades. The joy that once felt so strong slowly disappears, leaving behind a quiet feeling that something is still missing. This happens because external things are always changing. Success can come and go, relationships can shift, praise can turn into criticism. Material comfort may provide ease, but it cannot fill the deeper longing within your heart. When happiness depends only on these conditions, it becomes fragile, easily shaken by life's uncertainties. Buddhist wisdom offers a gentle but powerful realization. True happiness does not come from the world around you. It arises from within you. It is born from the state of your mind. When your mind is restless, even the most beautiful moments feel incomplete. But when your mind is calm and balanced, you can experience peace even in the middle of chaos. Imagine happiness as a quiet flame inside your heart. When you rely on the outside world, that flame flickers with every change in circumstances. But when you learn to nurture it from within, through awareness, understanding, and inner stillness, it begins to glow steadily, unaffected by what happens around you. The moment you stop chasing happiness in external achievements and begin to cultivate it within yourself, a profound transformation occurs. You start to realize that peace is not something you have to earn or wait for. It has always been present, patiently waiting for your attention. This inner joy is not dependent on success, possessions, or the approval of others. It is stable, resilient, and always accessible. As you reflect on this truth, gently ask yourself, what if everything I have been searching for is already within me? This simple question can open the door to a new way of living, one where happiness is no longer something you chase, but something you awaken. When you begin to nurture this inner source of peace, you discover a form of happiness that cannot be taken away by failure, loss, or change. It becomes a steady companion throughout every season of life. And in that realization, you understand the first and most profound secret of Buddhist wisdom. The happiness you seek has been within you all along, quietly waiting to be recognized. Acceptance dissolves suffering and opens the door to peace. There are moments in life when you find yourself silently wishing that things had turned out differently. You replay conversations in your mind, wondering what you could have said or done. You question why certain people left, why opportunities slipped away, or why life unfolded in ways you never expected. These thoughts can linger for days, months, or even years, creating a quiet storm within your heart. What often goes unnoticed is that the deepest pain does not always come from the situation itself, but from the resistance you hold against it. When you mentally fight reality, when you refuse to accept what has already happened, you create an inner tension that keeps the wound open. The mind becomes trapped in a cycle of what if and why me, preventing true healing from taking place. Buddhist wisdom gently reveals that suffering increases when we resist the present moment. This resistance is like trying to swim against a powerful current. The more you struggle, the more exhausted you become. Acceptance, on the other hand, is like allowing yourself to float with the flow of life. It does not mean that you are weak or that you agree with everything that has happened. Instead, it means that you are choosing peace over prolonged struggle. Acceptance is often misunderstood. It does not mean approving of pain, injustice, or loss. It does not require you to deny your feelings or pretend that everything is fine. Rather, it is the courageous act of acknowledging reality as it is, without adding extra layers of mental suffering. It is the moment when you gently say to yourself, "This is what has happened, and I allow myself to face it with awareness and compassion." When you begin to accept the present moment, something remarkable happens. The inner conflict that once consumed your energy starts to dissolve. The mind no longer wastes its strength fighting against what cannot be changed. In this newfound stillness, clarity begins to emerge. You become more open to understanding, healing, and growth. Imagine holding a heavy stone in your hands, believing that you must carry it forever. Resistance is the act of gripping that stone tightly, even as it weighs you down. Acceptance is the gentle decision to place the stone on the ground. The situation may still exist, but the burden you carried within your heart is finally released. As you practice acceptance, you also cultivate a deeper sense of trust in life. You begin to understand that not everything unfolds according to your plans, yet each experience carries the potential for growth and wisdom. This trust does not erase pain instantly, but it transforms your relationship with it, allowing space for healing and inner peace. In that space of acceptance, peace arises naturally. It is not forced or manufactured, it simply emerges when the struggle ends. You start to feel lighter, calmer, and more present. Instead of being trapped in the past or anxious about the future, you become grounded in the quiet strength of the present moment. Gently reflect on your own life and ask yourself, is there something I am still resisting? Bringing awareness to this question can be the first step toward liberation. When you choose acceptance, you are not giving up, you are giving yourself the gift of peace. This is the profound secret of Buddhist wisdom. The moment you stop resisting reality is the moment suffering begins to fade. And in its place, a deep and lasting peace quietly enters your heart, guiding you toward a life of serenity and emotional freedom. Embracing impermanence reveals the beauty of every moment. One of the most profound truths of life is that everything is constantly changing. Nothing remains the same, forever, joy and sorrow, success and failure, beginnings and endings. Yet, despite this universal reality, the human heart often longs for permanence. You may find yourself wishing that happy moments would last forever, or hoping that painful experiences would disappear instantly. This desire to hold on to what is pleasant and push away what is painful creates a quiet tension within the mind. Think about the moments in your life that brought you the greatest joy, a meaningful conversation, the warmth of a loved one's presence, a personal achievement, or a peaceful morning when everything felt just right. These experiences were beautiful not because they lasted forever, but because they were temporary. Like a sunset that captivates you with its fleeting colors, their impermanence is what makes them precious. Buddhist wisdom teaches the principle of impermanence, often referred to as anicca, which means that all things are in a constant state of change. When you resist this truth, you may cling tightly to people, possessions, or circumstances, fearing their inevitable transformation. This attachment often leads to anxiety and disappointment, as life rarely unfolds exactly as you expect. However, when you begin to accept impermanence, your relationship with life changes in a deeply liberating way. Embracing impermanence does not mean becoming detached or indifferent. Instead, it invites you to live more fully and appreciate each moment with greater awareness. When you understand that every experience is temporary, you naturally become more present. You start to cherish simple moments, a smile from a stranger, the sound of laughter, the gentle rhythm of your breath, because you recognize that they will not last forever. This awareness also brings comfort during difficult times. Pain, sadness, and hardship may feel overwhelming, but the understanding of impermanence reminds you that these experiences are not permanent. Just as the seasons change, so too will your circumstances. This realization offers hope and resilience, allowing you to face challenges with patience and trust. Imagine holding a delicate flower in your hands. If you tried to grasp it too tightly, you would damage its beauty. But if you hold it gently, appreciating its presence without attempting to control it, you can fully experience its fragrance and grace. Life is much the same. When you release the need to possess and control every moment, you create space to experience its true beauty. Embracing impermanence also encourages gratitude. Knowing that each moment is fleeting inspires you to value what you have right now, rather than postponing happiness for the future. Instead of waiting for the perfect time to feel content, you begin to realize that this moment, just as it is already worthy of appreciation. As you reflect on this truth, gently ask yourself, if everything is temporary, how would I choose to live today? This question has the power to shift your perspective, guiding you toward a life filled with presence, kindness, and meaningful connection. When you truly embrace impermanence, fear begins to dissolve and a deep sense of freedom emerges. You no longer cling desperately to what is pleasant or resist what is painful. Instead, you learn to flow with the natural rhythm of life, finding peace in its constant movement. This is the profound gift of Buddhist wisdom. By accepting that nothing lasts forever, you uncover the extraordinary beauty within every ordinary moment. Happiness then becomes not something you try to hold on to, but something you experience fully, with an open heart and a peaceful mind. Letting go of attachment liberates the heart. There are many things in life that you naturally hold close to your heart: people you love, dreams you cherish, memories you treasure, and expectations about how your life should unfold. These attachments often feel comforting, giving you a sense of identity and security. You may believe that holding on tightly is a way to protect what matters most. Yet, over time, this very attachment can quietly become a source of suffering. When your happiness depends on specific people, outcomes, or possessions, you begin to live with an underlying fear, the fear of losing them. You may find yourself worrying about how relationships will change, whether your efforts will succeed, or if life will meet your expectations. This constant need for certainty creates emotional tension, making your peace fragile and easily disturbed. Buddhist wisdom gently reveals that attachment is not the same as love. True love is spacious, compassionate, and free, while attachment is often rooted in fear and the desire to control. Attachment whispers, "I need this to be happy," whereas love says, "I appreciate this while it is here." Understanding this difference is the first step toward emotional freedom. Letting go of attachment does not mean that you stop caring or become distant from the people and experiences you value. Instead, it means releasing the need to possess, control, or depend on them for your sense of happiness. It is about allowing life to flow naturally, trusting that whatever comes into your life serves a purpose, and whatever leaves makes space for new growth. Imagine holding sand in your hand. When you clench your fist tightly, the sand slips through your fingers and disappears. But when you open your palm and hold it gently, the sand remains. Life works in a similar way. The tighter you try to hold on to people or outcomes, the more tension and suffering you create. When you learn to hold them with openness and acceptance, you experience deeper peace and appreciation. Attachment also keeps you bound to the past. You may replay memories of what once was, longing for their return, or cling to expectations of how things should be. This prevents you from fully experiencing the present moment. By letting go, you free yourself from these emotional chains and open your heart to the richness of life as it is now. As you begin to release attachment, a profound transformation occurs within you. The fear of loss gradually fades, replaced by a sense of trust and inner stability. You start to engage with life more fully, not because you need it to complete you, but because you appreciate it. Your relationships become healthier, your experiences more meaningful, and your happiness more resilient. Letting go is not a single moment, but a gentle and continuous practice. It involves becoming aware of what you are holding on to and consciously choosing to loosen your grip. Each time you release the need to control, you create space for peace, clarity, and emotional freedom. Take a quiet moment to reflect and ask yourself, what am I holding on to that is weighing down my heart? Simply bringing awareness to this question can be the beginning of liberation. When you choose to let go, you are not losing what you love. You are freeing yourself to love more deeply and peacefully. This is the profound insight offered by Buddhist teachings. When attachment fades, the heart becomes light and open. In that openness, you discover a form of happiness that is not dependent on circumstances, a happiness rooted in freedom, acceptance, and inner peace. By letting go, you do not lose life. Instead, you finally allow yourself to experience it fully with a liberated and peaceful heart. Mindfulness. The sacred path to living fully in the present. Much of your life is spent somewhere other than the present moment. Even when your body is here, your mind often wanders to the past, replaying memories, regrets, or moments you wish had been different. At other times, it rushes into the future, imagining possibilities, worrying about what might happen, or planning what comes next. In this constant movement between yesterday and tomorrow, the beauty of the present moment quietly slips away unnoticed. You may have experienced moments when you completed an entire task, eating a meal, walking down a street, or speaking with someone only to realize that your mind was somewhere else the entire time. This disconnection creates a subtle sense of emptiness, as if life is passing by without being truly lived. Buddhist wisdom offers a gentle yet transformative solution to this restlessness. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the simple but profound practice of bringing your full attention to the present moment. It means being completely aware of what you are doing, feeling, and experiencing right now, without judgment or distraction. Although the practice is simple, its impact is deeply powerful. When you are mindful, you step out of the noise of endless thinking and reconnect with the quiet richness of life as it unfolds. Imagine sitting quietly and noticing your breath. Each inhale and exhale becomes an anchor, gently guiding your attention back to the present. As you observe your breathing, you begin to feel a sense of calm spreading through your body. Thoughts may still arise, but instead of being carried away by them, you simply observe them and allow them to pass, like clouds drifting across the sky. This gentle awareness creates space within your mind, allowing peace to emerge naturally. Mindfulness transforms even the most ordinary moments into meaningful experiences. Drinking a cup of tea becomes an opportunity to feel warmth and comfort. Walking becomes a chance to notice the rhythm of your steps and the sensations of the world around you. Listening to someone becomes an act of genuine presence and connection. Through mindfulness, life is no longer something you rush through. It becomes something you fully experience. One of the greatest gifts of mindfulness is its ability to reduce suffering. When you are fully present, worries about the future and regrets about the past lose their power. You realize that, in this very moment, you are safe and alive. This awareness brings a deep sense of gratitude and contentment, allowing happiness to arise naturally without the need for external conditions. Mindfulness also helps you develop a compassionate relationship with your own thoughts and emotions. Instead of judging yourself for feeling anxious, sad, or overwhelmed, you learn to observe these experiences with kindness and understanding. This gentle acceptance creates emotional balance and resilience, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and peace. Although mindfulness is often described as a practice, it is more accurately a way of living. It does not require special conditions or long hours of meditation. You can cultivate mindfulness in every moment while breathing, walking, eating, or simply pausing to notice the world around you. Each time you return your attention to the present, you strengthen your connection to inner peace. As you reflect on this teaching, gently ask yourself, am I truly living this moment, or am I lost in thoughts about another time? This simple question can serve as a powerful reminder to return to the present where life is actually happening. Buddhist teachings describe mindfulness as a sacred path because it leads directly to awakening and freedom from suffering. When you embrace mindfulness, you begin to see life with fresh eyes, appreciating its simplicity and beauty. The present moment becomes a place of refuge, a sanctuary where peace and happiness naturally reside. In the end, mindfulness reveals a profound truth. Happiness is not found in the past or the future, but in the awareness of the present moment. By living fully in the now, you discover a steady and enduring sense of peace that accompanies you through every situation. This is the sacred gift of mindfulness, a gentle yet powerful pathway to a life of presence, clarity, and lasting happiness. Compassion expands the heart and multiplies joy. There is a quiet truth about happiness that many people overlook. You may spend much of your life searching for joy through personal achievements, comfort, or recognition, believing that happiness is something you gain for yourself. Yet, some of the most meaningful and fulfilling moments often arise when you extend kindness and understanding to others. This is the transformative power of compassion. Compassion is the gentle ability to recognize the suffering of another person and to respond with care, empathy, and a sincere wish for their well-being. It is not limited to grand gestures or heroic acts. Sometimes, compassion is expressed through the simplest actions: a patient ear, a kind word, a forgiving heart, or a moment of understanding when someone is struggling. These small acts carry immense power, not only for the person receiving them, but also for you. Buddhist teachings place compassion at the very center of a peaceful and meaningful life. They remind you that every person you encounter is facing their own invisible battles. Just like you, others experience fear, disappointment, longing, and uncertainty. When you begin to see the world through this lens of shared humanity, judgment gradually dissolves, and your heart naturally opens with warmth and understanding. One of the profound realizations of compassion is that it dissolves the illusion of separation. When you act with kindness, you no longer feel isolated or disconnected from the world. Instead, you experience a deep sense of connection and belonging. This connection nurtures a form of happiness that is far more enduring than pleasure derived solely from personal gain. Compassion also has the remarkable ability to heal emotional wounds, both yours and those of others. Holding on to anger, resentment, or bitterness can weigh heavily on your heart, creating inner turmoil and preventing peace. When you choose compassion, even toward those who may have hurt you, you release this burden. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing harmful actions. Rather, it is a gift you give yourself, allowing your heart to be free from the chains of negativity. Imagine your heart as a small room. When it is filled with judgment, anger, or indifference, it feels confined and heavy. But when compassion enters, it is as if the walls expand, allowing light and warmth to flow in. This expansion brings a profound sense of ease and joy. The more compassion you cultivate, the more spacious and peaceful your inner world becomes. Another beautiful aspect of compassion is its ripple effect. A single act of kindness can inspire others to act with similar generosity, creating a chain of positivity that extends far beyond what you can see. In this way, compassion not only transforms your own life, but also contributes to a more harmonious and caring world. Practicing compassion begins with simple awareness. It involves pausing to consider the feelings and experiences of others, offering patience instead of irritation, and choosing understanding over judgment. Equally important is self-compassion, the ability to treat yourself with the same kindness you offer to others. When you forgive your own mistakes and embrace your imperfections with gentleness, you create a stable foundation for inner peace. As you reflect on this teaching, gently ask yourself, how can I bring more kindness into the lives of those around me today? This simple intention can guide your actions and gradually transform your perspective on happiness. Buddhist wisdom teaches that compassion is not merely a moral virtue, it is a pathway to profound joy. Unlike fleeting pleasures, the happiness that arises from compassion is deep, stable, and enduring. It enriches your relationships, softens your heart, and fills your life with meaning and purpose. In embracing compassion, you discover that happiness is not something to be possessed, but something to be shared. The more you give, the more it grows within you. Your heart becomes lighter, your connections deeper, and your sense of peace more profound. This is the sacred secret of compassion. When you open your heart to the suffering and well-being of others, you do not lose anything. Instead, you gain a boundless source of joy that continues to expand, illuminating your life and the lives of everyone you touch. Detachment, loving deeply without losing your inner peace. In life, you naturally form deep connections with people, dreams, and experiences. You love, you care, and you invest your heart in what feels meaningful. These bonds bring warmth and beauty to your life, yet they can also become a source of pain when your happiness begins to depend entirely on them. When you fear losing someone you love, or when your peace is tied to how situations unfold, your emotional stability becomes fragile. Buddhist wisdom introduces the concept of detachment not as a rejection of love, but as a way of loving more freely and peacefully. Detachment is often misunderstood as indifference or emotional distance. In reality, it is the gentle art of caring deeply while remaining grounded in inner stability. It allows you to appreciate people and experiences without clinging to them or trying to control their presence in your life. When attachment takes hold, it often carries hidden expectations. You may expect others to behave in certain ways, to always remain by your side, or to fulfill your emotional needs. When these expectations are not met, disappointment and suffering arise. Detachment, however, releases these expectations. It invites you to love without conditions, to give without demanding, and to accept change as a natural part of life. Imagine holding a beautiful bird in your hands. If you grip it tightly out of fear of losing it, you risk harming it. But if you hold it gently, allowing it the freedom to stay or fly away, the connection becomes more authentic and peaceful. This is the essence of detachment, loving with an open hand rather than a closed fist. Detachment also protects your inner peace. When your happiness is no longer dependent on external circumstances, you become emotionally resilient. You can experience joy without the constant fear of loss, and you can face change with grace and acceptance. This inner stability allows you to navigate relationships and life's uncertainties with a calm and balanced mind. Importantly, detachment does not mean suppressing your emotions or withdrawing from meaningful relationships. Instead, It encourages you to be fully present and engaged while recognizing that nothing in life is permanent. You continue to love, support, and cherish others, but you do so with the understanding that their presence is a gift, not a possession. Another vital aspect of detachment is the freedom it brings to your sense of self. When you are no longer defined by external validation or dependent on specific outcomes, you begin to experience a deeper sense of independence and clarity. You act from a place of genuine intention rather than fear or neediness. This shift not only strengthens your inner peace, but also enhances the quality of your relationships, making them more authentic and harmonious. Practicing detachment is a gentle and ongoing journey. It begins with awareness, recognizing where you may be clinging too tightly or placing your happiness in the hands of circumstances beyond your control. With this awareness, you can gradually loosen your grip, replacing fear with trust and expectation with acceptance. Each step toward detachment brings a sense of lightness and emotional freedom. You may reflect on your own life and ask yourself, can I love fully while allowing space for change? This question opens the door to a deeper understanding of what it means to live with wisdom and compassion. As you embrace detachment, you discover that love becomes more genuine, relationships more peaceful, and happiness more stable. Buddhist teachings emphasize that true freedom arises when you release the need to control and possess. In this freedom, you find a profound sense of peace that remains steady, regardless of life's changing circumstances. Detachment allows you to experience love in its purest form, unconditional, compassionate, and liberating. Ultimately, detachment is not about losing what you love. It is about transforming the way you love. It frees your heart from fear and opens it to a deeper, more enduring joy. When you learn to love deeply without clinging, you discover a happiness that is resilient and unshakable. This is the golden wisdom of detachment. By letting go of the need to hold on, you gain the freedom to experience life and love with a peaceful and liberated heart. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into lasting happiness. In the fast rhythm of everyday life, it is easy to overlook the quiet blessings that surround you. The mind often focuses on what is missing, what you have not achieved yet, what you wish were different, or what others seem to possess. This constant search for more can create a subtle sense of dissatisfaction, making it difficult to recognize the beauty that already exists in your life. You may find yourself thinking, I will be happy when I reach that goal, when my circumstances improve, when everything finally falls into place. Yet, this way of thinking keeps happiness just out of reach, always tied to a future moment that never truly arrives. Buddhist wisdom gently reminds you that lasting happiness is not found in what you lack, but in recognizing and appreciating what is already present. Gratitude is the simple yet powerful practice of acknowledging the goodness in your life. It shifts your attention from scarcity to abundance, from dissatisfaction to contentment. When you begin to notice the small blessings that often go unnoticed, a peaceful breath, the warmth of sunlight, a kind word from someone, or even the opportunity to experience a new day, you awaken a deep sense of fulfillment that does not depend on extraordinary events. Imagine waking up in the morning and taking a moment to appreciate the fact that you are alive, breathing, and given another chance to experience life. This simple awareness can transform the entire tone of your day. Instead of rushing forward with worries and expectations, you begin the day with a sense of peace and appreciation. Gratitude anchors you in the present moment, allowing you to experience life with a more open and joyful heart. Buddhist teachings emphasize that gratitude is not merely a reaction to favorable circumstances. It is a state of mind that can be cultivated regardless of external conditions. Even during difficult times, there are always elements of life that can be appreciated, lessons learned, inner strength discovered, or the support of others. By recognizing these aspects, you transform challenges into opportunities for growth and understanding. Gratitude also has the remarkable ability to deepen your relationships. When you sincerely appreciate the people in your life, your connections become warmer and more meaningful. Expressing thankfulness, whether through words or simple gestures, strengthens bonds and creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and kindness. In this way, gratitude not only enriches your inner world, but also radiates outward, positively influencing those around you. Another beautiful aspect of gratitude is its capacity to bring contentment. The mind often believes that happiness lies in acquiring more possessions or achieving greater success. However, when you cultivate gratitude, you begin to realize that you already possess enough to experience peace. This realization frees you from the endless cycle of desire and comparison, allowing you to rest in a sense of sufficiency and ease. Practicing gratitude does not require grand efforts. It can be as simple as pausing throughout the day to acknowledge moments of beauty and kindness. You might take a few seconds to appreciate the taste of your food, the comfort of a quiet evening, or the presence of someone who cares about you. These small acts of awareness gradually reshape your perception of life, replacing habitual dissatisfaction with genuine appreciation. As you reflect on this teaching, gently ask yourself, what blessings are present in my life right now that I may have been overlooking? This question invites a shift in perspective, opening your heart to the richness of the present moment. The more you practice gratitude, the more naturally it becomes a part of your daily experience. Over time, gratitude transforms ordinary moments into sources of lasting happiness. It teaches you that joy is not reserved for extraordinary achievements, but is woven into the fabric of everyday life. By appreciating what is already here, you cultivate a deep and enduring sense of peace that remains steady despite life's inevitable changes. This is the golden wisdom of gratitude. When you choose to see the abundance within your life, happiness ceases to be something you chase and becomes something you live. Through gratitude, every moment, no matter how simple, becomes an opportunity to experience the quiet beauty and profound joy of being alive. Awakening to the nature of the mind brings true freedom. Much of your experience of life is shaped not by what actually happens, but by how your mind interprets it. A single thought can lift your spirit or cast a shadow over your entire day. You may have noticed how quickly the mind creates stories about the past, about the future, and even about who you believe yourself to be. These stories often feel so real that you begin to identify with them, forgetting that they are simply passing mental events. There are moments when a single negative thought can lead to a cascade of worry. You might replay a conversation, imagining what someone meant, or fear a future that has not yet arrived. At other times, the mind clings to labels such as, "I am not good enough," or "things will never change." When you believe these thoughts without question, they shape your emotions and limit your sense of freedom. Yet, Buddhist wisdom gently reveals a transformative truth. You are not your thoughts, and your mind is not a fixed entity. Awakening to the nature of the mind means recognizing that thoughts, emotions, and sensations are temporary and ever-changing. They arise, remain for a short time, and then pass away, much like clouds drifting across the sky. The sky itself remains vast and unchanged, regardless of the clouds that appear within it. In the same way, your true awareness, the part of you that observes your thoughts, remains steady and peaceful beneath the surface of mental activity. When you begin to observe your thoughts rather than becoming entangled in them, a profound shift occurs. Instead of reacting automatically to every mental impulse, you create a gentle space between the thought and your response. In that space lies freedom, the freedom to choose how you perceive and respond to life. This awareness allows you to experience emotions without being overwhelmed by them and to face challenges with clarity and calmness. Buddhist teachings often describe the mind as being conditioned by habits and past experiences. These patterns can lead you to react in familiar ways, even when those reactions no longer serve your well-being. By bringing mindful awareness to these patterns, you begin to loosen their hold. You start to see that many of your fears and worries are not reflections of reality, but interpretations shaped by the mind. This realization opens the door to profound inner liberation. Understanding the nature of the mind also cultivates compassion toward yourself. When you recognize that your thoughts are not permanent truths, you become less critical and more forgiving of your own imperfections. Instead of judging yourself harshly, you learn to treat your experiences with kindness and patience. This gentle attitude fosters emotional resilience and nurtures a deep sense of inner peace. Imagine sitting quietly by a river, watching the water flow. Each leaf that passes represents a thought or emotion. Rather than trying to stop the current or grasp the leaves, you simply observe them as they come and go. This is the essence of awakening to the nature of the mind, allowing thoughts to arise and pass without clinging to them or pushing them away. In this state of awareness, the mind gradually becomes calmer and more spacious. As you deepen this understanding, you begin to realize that true freedom does not come from controlling external circumstances, but from transforming your relationship with your own mind. You are no longer imprisoned by habitual thinking or emotional turbulence. Instead, you experience a sense of openness and clarity that allows you to engage with life more fully and authentically. You may gently ask yourself, who is the one observing these thoughts? This simple question can lead to a profound insight, the recognition that your true nature is not limited to the content of your mind, but is rooted in the awareness that witnesses it. This realization brings a deep sense of peace and freedom, as you no longer feel defined or constrained by transient mental states. Over time, awakening to the nature of the mind transforms the way you experience life. Challenges are met with equanimity, relationships become more harmonious, and moments of joy are appreciated with greater depth. Most importantly, you discover a stable inner freedom that remains untouched by the changing conditions of the world. This is the golden wisdom of Buddhist teachings. When you understand the true nature of the mind, you are liberated from the illusions that once caused suffering. In that liberation, you find a profound and lasting peace, a freedom that allows you to live with clarity, compassion, and unshakable happiness in every situation. Inner peace, the eternal source of unshakable happiness. Throughout your life, you may have searched for happiness in many different places. You may have believed that peace would come when your problems were solved, when your goals were achieved, or when life finally unfolded according to your expectations. Yet, even when these moments arrive, the sense of fulfillment often fades, and new worries quietly take their place. This endless cycle reveals a profound truth. Lasting happiness cannot be found in the changing conditions of the outer world. Buddhist wisdom teaches that the true and eternal source of happiness is inner peace, a calm and balanced state of mind that remains steady regardless of what is happening around you. Unlike external pleasures, which are temporary and uncertain, inner peace is stable and enduring. It does not depend on success or failure, praise or criticism, gain or loss. Instead, it arises from a deep understanding and acceptance of life as it is. Imagine your mind as a vast and tranquil lake. When the winds of desire, fear, and attachment blow across its surface, the water becomes restless and disturbed, making it difficult to see clearly. However, when the winds settle, the lake becomes still, reflecting everything with clarity and serenity. Inner peace is this state of stillness, a quiet strength that allows you to experience life without being overwhelmed by it. When you cultivate inner peace, you begin to realize that happiness is not something you need to chase. It naturally arises from the calmness and harmony within you. External circumstances may still change, and challenges will inevitably appear, but they no longer have the power to shake your foundation. Instead of reacting with anxiety or frustration, you respond with patience, wisdom, and understanding. Inner peace is nurtured through the very principles you have explored in the previous lessons: acceptance, mindfulness, compassion, gratitude, detachment, and an understanding of the nature of the mind. Each of these qualities acts as a gentle step on the path toward a more balanced and harmonious life. As you integrate these practices into your daily routine, the sense of peace within you gradually deepens and becomes more stable. It is important to understand that inner peace does not mean the absence of difficulties or emotions. You will still experience moments of sadness, disappointment, or uncertainty. However, these experiences no longer dominate your inner world. Instead, they pass through your awareness like waves on the surface of the ocean, while the depths remain calm and undisturbed. This resilience allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. Another beautiful aspect of inner peace is the clarity it brings to your relationships and decisions. When your mind is calm, you are better able to listen, understand, and act with compassion. You become less reactive and more thoughtful, creating harmony not only within yourself, but also in the lives of those around you. In this way, inner peace radiates outward, positively influencing the world beyond you. Cultivating inner peace is not a destination that you reach overnight. It is a gentle and continuous journey. It begins with small moments of awareness, pausing to take a mindful breath, choosing acceptance over resistance, or responding with kindness instead of judgment. With each of these choices, you strengthen the foundation of peace within your heart. As you reflect on this teaching, gently ask yourself, what if the happiness I seek is already present within me? This question invites you to shift your focus from the external world to the inner sanctuary of your own mind. By turning inward, you discover that peace has always been available, patiently waiting for your recognition. Ultimately, inner peace is the cornerstone of unshakable happiness. It provides a stable refuge amidst the uncertainties of life, allowing you to remain centered and content regardless of external circumstances. When you cultivate this peace, you no longer depend on the world to feel complete. Instead, you carry a quiet sense of fulfillment wherever you go. This is the golden wisdom of Buddhist teachings. True happiness is not something to be found, but something to be realized within. As you nurture inner peace, you awaken to a state of being that is serene, resilient, and enduring. No matter what life brings, this peace remains with you, guiding your thoughts, enriching your relationships, and illuminating your path with a gentle and unwavering light. May you carry this understanding with you, allowing it to transform the way you experience each moment. And as you continue your journey, may you always remember that the eternal source of unshakable happiness has been within you all along, quietly waiting to be embraced. As you reach the end of this journey, take a quiet moment to pause and simply breathe. You may realize now that happiness was never something you needed to chase in the outside world. It was never hidden in success, possessions, or the approval of others. Instead, it has always existed within you, waiting patiently to be recognized through awareness, acceptance, compassion, and inner peace. Life will continue to change. There will still be moments of joy and moments of challenge. But with the wisdom you have discovered, you now carry something far more powerful, a calm and steady presence that no circumstance can take away. This inner peace becomes your refuge, guiding you through every season of life with clarity and grace. Remember, every mindful breath is a new beginning. Every act of kindness expands your heart. Every moment of acceptance frees you from suffering. And every step you take with awareness brings you closer to the unshakable happiness that already resides within you. If this message resonated with your heart, take a moment to reflect on which lesson touched you the most. Let it guide your actions and gently shape the way you experience each day. And if you found peace in these words, consider sharing this video with someone who may need this reminder. Your simple act of sharing could become a source of comfort and inspiration for another soul on their journey. For more timeless wisdom and gentle guidance on the path to inner peace, subscribe to the channel and join this growing community of mindful seekers. Together, we can continue exploring the teachings that help us live with clarity, compassion, and lasting happiness. Until we meet again, may your heart remain light, your mind remain still, and your life be filled with peace. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free.